Namaste. My name is Uma Dinsmore-Tuli. I love and practice total Yoga Nidra, which is a form of Yoga Nidra practice that really welcomes all the different methods and approaches that there are to this wonderful practice. And this is a little message about why it's really important to get properly grounded, is the good earth beneath me, grounded and connected when you finish a Yoga Nidra practice. So whether you're practicing for yourself, like you're listening to recordings, or whether you're sharing Yoga Nidra in classes, or perhaps training teachers to do this, I'd say one of the really important things is to make sure people are properly grounded after the practice. Yoga Nidra can get a bit of a bad name, leaving people a little bit groggy, leaving people a little bit confused, leaving people so that they feel they can't quite function properly. And that's often because the process of coming out of Yoga Nidra brings you through a liminal state. A liminal state is at the limits, at the edges of one thing or the other. So in this case here along by the river, like just at the river banks, you know, there's a place where the earth is really muddy and wet. It's a place where it's water and earth. It's like a liminal space at the edges, and that's kind of the place people are often in when they come back from a Yoga Nidra practice. It's a sense of being quite vulnerable, quite open to guidance and inspiration, quite impressionable. It's a time when we can feel really connected to both worlds, like being fully conscious and awake and aware and out there in the outside world, but also feeling still connected back into the deep places where we've been traveling with the Yoga Nidra. So this is my top tip, really, is when practicing Yoga Nidra and sharing it, you can offer really specific, gentle, gradual grounding processes that connect with the sense of smell, which is connected to our earth energy, to our Muladhara chakra, to our rootedness. So I often offer people the chance to connect with odors and aromas that please them. So that might be essential oils, or the smell of something like chocolate, or the smell of the good earth, bringing leaves, and smelling the good earth here is a really good way to reconnect. So connecting with the senses of smell, just welcoming the smells in through the nostrils and really connecting, really tends to ground, and with people moving the tip of the tongue around in the mouth, feeling that you can sense what all the tastes are, and feeling the water in the mouth. I often, and I encourage the teachers I train, to provide something a little sweet for people to taste. It doesn't necessarily need to be chocolate, it can be dates or little pieces of fruit or nuts or something. And what happens then is you activate the sense of taste, and that's related to our water element. I'm right here in the earth and the water at the river, and that means that you connect with those really grounding energies of the earth and the water. You can also rub, feel a little bit of heat, yeah? Open and close the eyes, have your hands over your eyes. All of these things are about reconnection, and it's important to do them right. You can also feel through the sense of touch the air and listen to sounds, sometimes chanting or offering a beautiful poem, and always giving time to make sure everybody's awake and alert. Look them all in the eye, make sure everyone's back before you let them out of the door, especially if you're in a big city and they have to drive their cars or ride their bicycles or their motorbikes or get on a bus or a train. People really need to be fully present. I have a wealth of extraordinary stories, mostly, some of them are funny, but some are quite unfortunate, of where people go and what happens when they're not properly grounded after a Yoga Nidra practice. So I take it as a very serious responsibility, make sure everybody's grounded before they step outside the door. And this means if you put Yoga Nidra right at the very end of your class, it's not possible really to ground them properly. If it's end of class and out the door, they're out there really, really confused, and it's not a good experience. It gives Yoga Nidra a bad name, and it's actually sometimes quite dangerous. I know people have had nasty car accidents, or not even been able to find their cars when they go out. They can't know where they can't. So yes, that's my top tip. Get everybody properly grounded, and if you're doing it on your own practice, those things also work. Smell, taste, a little bit of heat over the eyes, opening and closing, feeling the touch of your own self-massage, working with odors, aromas and tastes, and then gradually reconnecting through sound. Okay, so that's my top tip. Keeping everybody well and safe, and like really enjoying the practice of Yoga Nidra so we all can thrive and be nourished by it. So thank you for listening.